Welcome back, everybody. Today I was going to cover the situation involving iDubbbz's girlfriend starting an OnlyFans account, but when I got to YouTube today I saw it was already covered by one of the big guys. But hey, props to me because I didn't think there was going to be enough content, and there wasn't. Most of the videos ended up at about 8 minutes. Maybe if iDubbbz comes out with a response or more information comes out on the situation, then I'll probably cover it. But for now, man am I excited for today's video. Not only because I've had this opinion for a long time, but now just as I have a platform to voice it, he drops the most perfect video to demonstrate my point. Jimmy performs the Tonight Show monologue for an empty audience. So in lieu of all the bad things surrounding the great toilet paper scare of 2020, which is what we're gonna call it to avoid getting blocked by the algorithm, it's nice to have been blessed with such a gift in these trying times. Okay, so today's video is going to be a bit better, hopefully, because let's be honest, in my last video, once the Rats movie came in, there was no actual content from myself. But that's okay. I fixed the overheating issue with my phone, which means I shouldn't lose all my footage and have to cobble together garbage this time. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. Damn it, that's the fucking Philip DeFranco line again. I'm here to talk about Jimmy Fallon's comedy, if you can call it that. I personally don't classify rapid-fire statements emphasized by an absurd grin and fake laughter comedy, but to each their own. Well, I went to the trending tab the other day and I got to see exactly what I expected. Without a brain-dead studio to fill in the gaps and stroke his ego, Jimmy Fallon is unbearable. So I'm going to share that with all of you to hopefully save you from sitting through that yourselves.
Hi everyone, welcome to The Tonight Show. I'm Jimmy Fallon. As of this morning, we planned to do a show with a full audience. We and NBC decided it would be smarter to not have an audience in order to do our part to help decrease the spread of the coronavirus.
So right off the bat, he mentions that their show is doing their part by not having an audience, which, that's great. I have no problem with that. What I don't like is how transparently ratings-oriented the decision was. See, if you go watch Stephen Colbert, he actually made a similar decision. The difference is that he says this.
Let me explain what's going on. All of the New York City late-night shows were planning to go without audiences starting on Monday. That changed because just a few hours ago, we got some surprising news. We would be going without an audience starting tonight.
That's all you had to say, Jimmy? Don't act like this was a noble decision. As soon as the talk shows heard that they weren't going to be having audiences, every single one of them jumped on the opportunity to be first. But joke's on them because they all tied. And of course, they all hit trending. So who's the joke really on?
I want to thank our staff and crew, many of whom worked from home to put on this show tonight. I really appreciate you guys. We're going to try to entertain you.
Now that's key. I guess I didn't notice that one before. He's going to try to entertain us. Try. Hey, you. Her name's Naya, for those of you who don't know.
Last night on The Masked Singer, we found out Sarah Palin was the bear, and she even performed without her mask.
I mean, they didn't really find that one funny either. It's technically a clip they played, so I'll let that one slide, as cringy as it was.
I'm sure it's fun. I mean, when has a conservative celebrity on a reality show ever been a problem?
Did you hear that? It's like they took a second to realize the joke before they laughed. Well, I thought I fixed the overheating issue, and I didn't. At least this time I only lost like 5-6 minutes of footage. It's fine.
Last night, President Trump addressed the nation from the Oval Office. It was a nice change from his usual speeches right next to a helicopter.
I'm about to go on a trip in this flying whirly-bird car. Me going sky now. Bye-bye.
A Trump impression? You didn't even say a joke. I'm about to go on a trip in this flying roly-bird car. Me go in sky now. Is that adult comedy for real? Baby talk impressions without any substance?
This is only the second time Trump has addressed the country from the Oval Office. The first was during the great McRib shortage of 2018.
It's so awkward the way his studio forces laughter like that. It's just not funny, and they know it's not funny.
Actually, the last time Trump spoke from the Oval Office, it was about his plans to build his border wall, which means in 2 years, the coronavirus should be about 10% taken care of.
The border wall no one wanted, so no one paid for, so no one's working on it very fast. Like, don't get me wrong, I couldn't care, wall or not. I'm Canadian.
But Trump wanted to give a speech to reassure the nation that everything is going to be okay. I think it worked. Today, the stock market only dropped 2,000 points.
It's like there are only 2 guys laughing there.
During his address, Trump said starting Friday, people from Europe can't fly to the U.S. He was like,
We have to stop the virus, so instead of flying here, I want everyone to take a cruise.
Another Trump impression. I don't even think it's been 60 seconds. And again, this one has no joke. Where's the joke?
Normally when we do this, we rehearse these jokes
Right.
in front of a rehearsal audience, but today, obviously, there's no audience. So.
Yeah.
Okay, just bear that in mind.
I love this. I love that he has to point out the fact that he has no audience because he knows it's not funny. His crew knows it's not funny. We know it's not funny. His own crew is starting to give up laughing at his jokes.
But early on in Trump's address last night, he struggled with the word continuing.
I am confident that by counting and continuing to take these tough measures.
That's not funny. He stumbled over a word, and also it's not even the word that you said he stumbled over. Check your facts, Jimmy.
Be confident by counting.
Continue. It's only like his tongue is quarantined from his mouth.
He played the clip twice. It's not that funny.
So, was someone pinching him under the desk?
Counting. Continuing.
His studio has completely given up at this point. He just did another Trump impression, this time breathing in the middle of a word as if that's funny. And I think one person laughed.
Did you see this? C-SPAN did a live stream of Trump's speech, but it went on a little longer than they meant to.
We're clear.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That one was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. That's only personally because that's some total meme material right there.
He was like,
Okay, so that just happened. Okay.
Yes, Jimmy, we saw the clip. Thank you for repeating exactly what just happened.
Meanwhile, today, Trump spoke alongside the Prime Minister of Ireland. You can tell Trump enjoyed his time with the Irish Prime Minister because right after he declared the coronavirus magically contagious.
Hey.
They're magically contagious.
That's not funny. It's just not. I honestly don't know what to say anymore. Like, how many different ways can you say that someone is not funny?
But this isn't good. Last night, the NBA announced that they are suspending the season indefinitely. Across the country, there are now 30 empty arenas, or as that's also known, a tour for 3 doors down.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I didn't do that. Wait, what?
Wow.
I didn't.
Okay, that was just the most forced interaction I think I've ever seen. Like, the camera moved to him, and it was like he needed to say, "Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, snap."
What's 3 doors down? What did the song 3 doors down do?
Superman, right? Something about
Oh.
Here comes copyrighted music, so I'm gonna have to keep this part out. But you don't even know the band that you're making fun of? Shouldn't these have some sort of prep ahead of time, at least a little bit?
And I go crazy, mama used to call me Superman.
Wow, we know that.
How do you know that?
I'm
How do I know almost every
I'm
word?
impressed that we know that.
Okay, that's just funny because it's wholesome. I'm a musician, and I totally get what that's like. When you and a bunch of people just discover you know something. Doesn't matter if you've even rehearsed.
A lot of things are happening. In fact, a lot of companies have sent home non-essential employees. So if you're at home right now, I'm glad you're safe and sorry that you're considered non-essential.
Okay, I'll give it to you on that one. That was a little clever, but it still wasn't funny. You could see the punchline before you even said it.
Ariana, I guess I'm non-essential? Is that cool?
Come on.
No, was that a third Trump reference? Are you serious? And we're 0 for 3 with content.
And finally, I read about a company that started selling packs of 20 pre-made Jell-O shots. Americans heard and were like, "Forget Purell, just give us that." Hey, yeah, that's it. That is tonight's monologue, everybody, right there.
I like that he shut that one down quickly. I think about halfway through that joke, he realized that was absolute garbage. Okay, we're done. That was abysmal. I honestly don't know what to say. I watched that video about halfway through before deciding it was good enough to use for this video, and I am just amazed how in 8 minutes you can have so many attempts at comedy, but not a single joke land. Jimmy Fallon's own crew gave up laughing at his jokes. The best interaction that happened in the entire show wasn't because of him. It was the musicians having a wholesome musical moment over a song, which only came up because Jimmy Fallon was slamming a band he doesn't even know. Not saying I'm a Three Doors Down fanboy. Although Superman is pretty good, let's be honest. Anyway, I think that's just about gonna wrap it up for today. That whole thing was so cringy. I feel gross from it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe down below. And also maybe leave a comment about what you want to see going here on out. I know some people were talking about the rap movie too, but I kind of want to wait a little bit. I don't want to do that back to back, but it is coming. Anyway, I'll see you next time.